go.
No, all those hard questions. Now, Coach, you started out conference play with that win, but since then haven't been able to get back in the win column. Just talk about the losing streak. Obviously, you guys, the effort's there, but just aren't seeing those results.
Right. Yeah. The effort is there most of the time. Just going back to last weekend, I actually felt Friday night after losing to Stanislaus, and we spoke about this as a team that night. We spoke about it again yesterday during our film session, that we felt like that was pretty much the low point so far this season, Friday night in particular. Primarily because we did not come out and show the fight and the toughness that we need to show it each and every night. We can't take plays off. We can't take nights off. We're gonna get beat. We're gonna get beat bad, and that happened to us on Friday night. So Saturday came around, and we did bounce back pretty strong against Chico. We played him tough, and we showed more toughness, and we battled with him, better than we did the night before. And so I was happy to see that. But overall, we can't, have mental lapses like Emma mentioned. We have to be mentally tough and prepared and engaged in every moment, because we are. I guess we're going into most matches as the underdog, but that should be a pressure-free feeling, and we should be able to go out and just battle and compete. And when we don't do that, it's very disappointing, and that's how I felt after Friday night. But we're staying positive, and we had a good session yesterday, like I said, watching ourselves on film and preparing for this weekend, and we're very happy to finally get to be home for a little bit. 2 weeks on the road is pretty draining, and so it's good to be back.
When you're trying to keep the team positive, is it more of you talking to the team, keeping them positive, or do you see seniors or players just kind of trying to keep players upbeat? How do you guys handle this?
Yeah, yesterday, for example, we came in, we watched the set that we won, and we pointed out all the good things and look over the things that we did and why we were being successful, and then we have to go back and watch the things that aren't working as well. And I do definitely do some talking, and there's a few that step up and speak out as well. We try not to over-talk and overthink, because we have a tendency to do that at times. This group in particular, we overanalyze and we get into our heads. And so we're trying to avoid too many long, in-depth conversations with the team, just get out there and get back to work. But yeah, it's probably primarily myself talking, and then a few of our girls definitely will speak up, and they're comfortable speaking out. And the girls still have a positive. We had a great session yesterday in here, and they're still positive and fired up, and they're not, throwing in the towel for the rest of the season for sure.
Being at home this week, we heard, sleep in your own beds, but Lumberjack Arena so far has been a place where you guys have had the support, and
yeah.
I'm sure anything helping your cause this week is being back here.
We're so fortunate, and I feel, to be able to play in Lumberjack Arena, probably one of the finest facilities in the conference, and to play in front of such a great supportive community and student athlete base, and everyone just comes out and supports us. Regardless of how things seem to be going with our season, we get a lot of great support, and so we're real pleased to be back here and playing in front of our home crowd.
So East Bay this week, first up, and then what have you seen from them this year?
Well, East Bay was very good last year. They were very old. They graduated almost pretty much their entire starting lineup. So they're a brand new team. So all I've seen from them, I think I recognize just a couple of faces from last year's roster. They're younger. They're in a rebuild year, and we're hoping to take advantage of that situation, although it does look like they're coming together right about now. They had a big win last weekend against San Francisco, who's a very good team in our conference, but we're optimistic about this Thursday.
I've heard a lot in these press conferences how volleyball is a very technical game. Is there anything in that aspect of these matches why you think this losing streak has happened, or do you think it's more just the consistency, mental toughness aspect that's...
Well, yeah, our lack of consistency is a result of a lack of consistent, fundamentals at times, but also just a lack of discipline. I hear a lot of talk about motivation, and that's also necessary. We're highly motivated, and we want to win, but we have to go out there and we have to be more disciplined, and we have to be more, accountable for what our responsibilities are there, not worry about the person next to us, and just do a better job of staying disciplined and doing our role out there on the floor. And I feel like we slipped up a little bit with that, and we need to get back to playing with more discipline.
With the home compared to the road matches, what have you seen in your team when you play in this building that's just clearly so much better?
It's just there's just, I think they are slightly more motivated with the home crowd. It's like the seventh man for us in volleyball. They come out and they support us, and they get our girls fired up, and like I said, that first match at home when we had that huge crowd and we played against Monterey, we played well, we won in 4 sets. It took that first set for us just to calm down because there was so much adrenaline pumping through all of us, including myself, in that first set, trying to breathe through that, get through that, and then we came out, settled down, and played well in those next 3. But I mean, we haven't been in an environment such as the one we played in at home anywhere else in this conference. It's really nice. It's really beneficial. It helps us a lot. Gives us that extra boost. So I'm hoping for a good crowd this week.
Thank you.